Okay, so as promised, here is the hair tutorial. This is a overnight one. You would prepare your hair the night before, after a shower, or like I did, just wetting it down. Now what I usually do is part it in the middle. This look will make a messy, voluminous curl, so a natural curl. It's really good for people with wavy hair. Good for all, really it's good for all hair types, all hair lengths. My hair is kind of long, not really long, but usually just part it straight in the middle. I have a water bottle to keep my hair wet, and a bunch of hair ties and some bobby pins also, just to hold different sections. I'm not going to go through the whole process on camera because it takes a long time, so I'm going to do a couple of them, then I'm going to skip to the end. So I'm going to take my Paul Mitchell sculpting foam. So any kind of mousse, gel, setting spray, anything like that that you want to put in your hair. I like this because it holds, but it doesn't get sticky. It has shine and volume, and it doesn't make my head itch or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is get it to come out. Take a good palm size and just work it through half of my hair. So I'm doing half and then the other half. Make sure it's nicely saturated. If you think that you missed a spot, just put a little bit more in. I'm not using as much, just a tiny bit. Just for the middle section here. I'm just combing it through with a comb. The reason why I have the bobby pins is so I can take this part of my hair that I don't want in it, kind of pin it out of the way. I don't want to put it up in a bun or a hair tie because it's just going to put more kinks in the hair. So that's just going to keep that out of the way. Now I don't usually do my bangs because they're pretty short. I don't want them to be kinky. So I'm going to start right behind my bangs. I'm going to take about a 1.5 inch section. It doesn't have to be perfect. It depends on your hair, the thickness of your hair. If your hair is finer, take thicker sections. If your hair is thinner, take thicker sections. If your hair is thicker, take thinner sections. So take my hair, comb it out, and then start twisting it. Just twisting and twisting and twisting. And then what you want to do is hold the bun down and take a little hair tie, rubber band, whatnot, and just secure it in. So you have a little tiny bun. Basically, almost like the kind that were popular in the 90s, head full of the little buns. That's basically what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a full head of the buns, and then put a turban on, and then go to sleep. And in the morning, when I take it down, I'll have these nice, uneven, voluminous curls. So I'm going to do a couple more. So I'm going to go down this way. So I'll do this one row, and then I'll skip, and I'll show you how it looks at the end. So, again, leave my bangs out. It does take time. It's good to have a friend help you, if you can, especially with the back. I'm doing it all myself. And you need the water bottle to just keep your hair wet. You don't want it to dry. Because once it dries, once that mousse dries, the style is going to pretty much be set. So again, twist. Hold down that little bun. Okay. It takes some time. It doesn't have to be perfect. And the smoother that you get the buns, the better your curls will be. But like I said, it's supposed to be an uneven, messy curl. Like the beach wave. So that one is a little lopsided. It's fine. I'm not wearing it as a style. I'm wearing it to curl my hair. The only person that's going to really see it is, well, all of YouTube, of course. But my husband, and that's about it. So as long as the curl is going to be good, if I know that the curl is going to be good, then I'm happy. But just so you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. As long as your hair's in there and it's all twisted up, then it's going to be good. See, now my hair is starting to dry on this one, so I'm just going to give it a spritz and comb it back through. Try not to catch the extra hair. If you twist it enough, it's pretty much going to do most of the work for you. You're just going to have to guide it in. And this is a good alternative than using heat to curl your hair. I'm going to take a tinier one because it's a nice little tiny bun. And how I'm doing these rubber bands, so little black elastic hair ties, is I'm doing them at the center, and no, I'm doing them at the bottom, then working them up the center, and then to the top of the bun. So the whole bun, from the bottom to the top, is all secured in. And just make sure, like here, I have some hair in it. So just make sure that there's no hair in it. If it gets messed up, no problem. Give it a twist and put another hairband in it. Simple as that. It's not about perfection. It's really just about getting it done. So there you go. That one was falling down. And we're not using these hair ties to hold it to your head. We're going to be using a turban or a wrap or something like that to hold it to your head. So don't worry about getting it tight and then feeling like they're loose. If you get them too tight, then as your hair dries, it can actually pull your hair out. So you don't want them really super tight. Like this one is pretty loose. So is that one. They're all pretty loose at the root. You want them to be a little bit loose, have a little bit of give. So if they wobble a little bit, it's fine. It's actually better if they wobble than them being tight to your head if you're trying to go for it to dry and curl, because as your hair dries, it contracts, and if you have wavy to curly hair already, it's going to contract even more. So you want to be wary about that. So I don't want people to do this and then comment saying that they did it and then woke up with bald spots. So okay, I'm going to go on and finish it. So this is one row, so I have 3 in one row. I'll have about 4 or 5 in the other rows, and then my bangs I'm pretty much just going to flatten to one side and pin, and then put my wrap on. So I will be back when I'm ready to do my bangs. Okay, hold tight. Okay, I am done with all of my hair except for my bangs, which, as I said, I'm going to take and wet them and slick them to the side. But it took me all of about, I think, close to 15 minutes to do all of it. It didn't take a lot of time. Just twisting. I have 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 buns in my hair, so I'm not, you know, itty bitty teeny 100 little buns. So now I'm just going to wet my bangs, put some mousse in them, and show you how I'm going to slick them. Just a tiny little squirt. Another really good thing about this mousse than other mousses is it stays pretty soft. Okay. I need another comb. The only one I can find is my daughter's. No baby pink comb. But that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to slick everything to the side and then curve it up around this curl. So I'm not trying to, you know, pin curl it on my forehead. This is just going to make it nice and straight, and I have a cowlick here, so it's also going to force that cowlick down. And then just to secure it, take one bobby pin, and you want to put these with the open side, the bumpy side, facing down. It's going to stay on your hair a little bit better. Right there. Then the second one right there. And then the third one is going to go right underneath that bun. So it fully secures it. Like I said about them flopping, I have a couple of them that are loose. But I'm going to take this. Put it, oh, actually, I want to take... Sorry about that, I had a phone call. Anyways, just going to give it a quick spray, which this is my TRESemme Tress 2 spray, extra firm control hairspray. And I'm just going to give a little bit of a spritz. All over. Okay, and let me stand up here and take my turban, So what you want to do with this is basically just like you normally would, just make sure that all the little buttons are up. Twist it and up. My particular one has a little elastic band at the base of the nape. Just going to give this a good twist so it doesn't come out. And just pull it up. And there you go. And it's set for the night. Sleep on it, and tomorrow morning, after I take care of my children and everything, I will show you the end result. Take it out on camera, show you how to, how it looks fresh out and how it looks combed out. Okay, see you guys tomorrow. Okay, and it is tomorrow. So I've slept in this all night. I've had it on throughout the day, the morning. So I'm going to take this off. See, everything's nice and dry. And now I'll show you how to take out a couple of them. Then I'll take everything out and show you how to style the finished product. Okay, I'm going to start with the little bottom ones. I did put a clip in this one. Okay, so what you do is just catch the rubber band and just let it pretty much spin itself out. Okay. So this one had 2 rubber bands. So we're going to have to find that other one. Where are you, rubber band? Okay, that one was a little bit hard to find in there. What you have to remember is don't freak out. If anything, just break it and pull it out. Then you just don't pull at your hair to get it undone. Just slowly unwind it. And that's what we get. Really, really springy curls. So there's the length of my hair. It pops up to there. No, it's not going to be left this way. I'm going to comb it out and put some defrizzing spray in it, and I will be back to show you what I'm going to do with this. Okay, they are all out and I'm looking like a mess right now. So the first thing that we're going to do, I've picked through it with my fingers just to make sure that they're all unwound. First thing I'm going to do is address the frizz. Now I'm going to use my Paul Mitchell Smoothing Serum, Super Skinny Serum. Take 2 pumps of it, warm it up in your hands. Start at the ends and work your way up. This stuff is really good for attacking frizz, flyaways, conditioning your hair also. But, especially if you flat iron your hair before you do it, you cannot color over this at all. I went to bleach my hair blonde with this stuff in my hair, and it did not touch my hair color at all. I have dark hair, so it didn't touch my hair color at all. It stayed dark. We left it on there for almost an hour. It just did not get through the Paul Mitchell. Now I'm going to take the wide end of a comb. I'm going to start at the ends. I'm just going to gently comb through. Get any kind of tangles, loose hair, everything like that out. So that breaks it up. Okay, I'm going to keep doing this, and I'll be back to show you how it looks like when I'm done. Okay, and now I have big poofy 80s hair. I'm going to take a little bit more of the super skinny and do the same thing. Like I said, with that mousse, the Paul Mitchell sculpting foam leaves your hair pretty soft. So if you used a cheaper one, then your hair would be a little bit crunchy. But you gotta use what you have on hand. That's about it. I'm not telling people to go out and buy these products. Okay. Now what I personally like to do with this is put my sides up or my hair up and just have all the curls. Because unfortunately when you do leave it down, you look like a poodle. But I like the messy curl look. I do like the lots of curl look. And then ponytail, I'm going to do, give me 1 second. Okay, so I put it up, a little bit of a puff there. Just hold down with the pin. So it is up now. Now the curl's not going to stay this tight. It's going to fall. I have a couple of them that are already starting to fall. What this does is it makes it so that your hair is a little bit more uniform curly throughout the day or a couple days until you wash it, which this will come out and go back to your natural hair once you wash it. But I just like having a big volume kind of look. It's good if you're going for one of the pinups. You can style it and however you want. Messy, do it like a little messy bun. A lot of the messier updos, this is a good way to start, so you're not having to use a curling iron and teasing and everything like that. It does seem like a joke with the big, huge, curly hair, but it is a good way to start with your messier updos. So I'll actually pop a few pins in and show you exactly what you can do with this. Because if you want to go for one of those messy buns and you have straight hair, and you know a curling iron's not going to do it, then you want to do a set. That's what this is. This is a wet set where you wet your hair, put a product in it, style it in a way like the curls, or if it's shorter you could do flat pin curls. That is a set. And then you work from the set. You don't just brush it out and go. You want to style it. You want to put something in it that's going to relieve the frizz, make it shiny, because sets have a tendency of being dull looking. And that's just how it is. So a lot of the new updos, new styles are all about curl and messy and undone and everything like that. So if you want to do something like that, like this, where you have a messy bun, you have to start somewhere. You have to have something to start with. Unless you're going to sit there and tease your hair for half an hour after you curl it, which can damage your hair, especially if you have fine hair, brittle hair, or you have over-processed your hair. It will break your hair. So you want to start somewhere that's going to be a lot less damaging to your hair, and that's what this would do. So you would just sit there, throw a couple pins in, and voila! You have yourself a messy bun and a nice messy updo. It's good for a party, anything really. I know these are the kinds of things I wear to my husband's work events and everything. So, and it looks like that you spent hours and hours and hours doing your hair, curling it, teasing it, and everything like that, and really, in total, the work time, it took you 30 minutes for me, and that's with hair to there. If your hair is shorter, then it'll probably take you 10-15 minutes, or if you have a friend, it'll take you even less time. So it's just an option. If you want something that's sleek and messy, then this is a great option, because it's up off your neck, it's a nice messy updo, without it being crunchy, without it being hard. So I know in the salon when I would do updos like this on clients, I would have to curl their hair, tease their hair, then curl it again, spray it with hairspray, put mousse in it, all kinds of stuff, and then as I'm putting each curl in place, teasing it again. Because we couldn't do things like this, a wet set for a messy curl. You just can't do it in a salon setting. But in your own home, you can. This is the Straight and Sexy Smooth and Seal Spray. It gives a lot of shine to the hair, and it keeps the hair, keeps the style, the curls or straightness, for what it's actually for. It's for straight hair. It keeps it straight all day. But in my case right now, it'll keep the curls nice and smooth. So as the day goes on, this will relax. And the curls, you can see they're relaxing a little bit already. Will go a little bit more smoother and less frizzy. So I know it seemed like a joke when I first took it out, but it's not. It's actually something that you can work with and do a style with. It's just having the right tools and having the imagination of what can I do with this. Something that if you were going to a theme party, like if you were going to do something like from the 60s or 70s or even 80s, that's a good place to start because they had big hair. 60s was big on top, 80s was big everywhere, and 70s was more big on the bottom. But doing that wet set, doing larger buns will give you a larger curl. Smaller buns will give you a tighter curl. So it all depends on what you want to do, what your end result is going to be. I was planning to do a messy updo, so I did more of a uneven curl. I had tighter ones in the front, bigger ones in the back. I left my bangs straight. I which you can see they didn't even straighten because of my natural wave. But they're not curly, kinky, which gives it more of a sleek, professional look. This would be something that would be good for prom, homecoming, weddings. If you need a quick updo to go to a wedding, if you have a holiday party, if you have a costume party, like I said, the 70s, 80s, everything like that. Even 50s if you want to go for a Lucille Ball look. This is a good start for that. If you want to do victory rolls, it's a good start for that because you can just form them in. Your imagination just can take you anywhere. This is just a way to start. It's a jumping off point. I know a lot of you probably did not think it would look like this when I first took it down, when it was out to here and looking like a mess, looking like I stuck my hand in a light socket. But as I used to tell my clients in the salon, looks horrible now, look good when I'm done. Of course, I used to also have to put so much products in their hair that I told them that they would love me now and hate me when they went to take it out. Because it would stay all day, all night, for days it would stay. But washing it out was horrible. This, on the other hand, it's just held in with bobby pins. There's not a lot of spray, not a lot of product. It's mousse, hairspray, and sealing serum and shine spray. And that's it. If you want less of a curl, more of a smoother curl, then you omit the hairspray. If you want a natural looking curl, then you don't mousse it. You just put your hair wet. It'll still hold a curl. It just won't be as tight. It'll be looser. They'll fall more. So it depends on what you want. If you guys like this kind of hair tutorial, let me know. Thumbs it up, and I'll come up with some other things to do. Maybe instead of a 2-day wet set, I'll do something for upcoming weddings. Which this, if you are a bride on a budget and you cannot afford somebody to do your hair, this is the perfect thing. Because especially if you leave half, like the bottom part down, you can take a curling iron or a curling wand and curl those and pin them up and let them fall as sleek curls. This would be good for an actual, especially a beach wedding, because it's up off your neck. You're not going to be hot. It's not going to move. This is really secure in there. And you're not going to have to really worry about how am I going to do my hair. Because I know when I was married, I had to do it myself. And yeah, it looked good. It was a lot shorter than this, but it was very similar to this. It really was. Lot of just messy curls that were put in place. So let me know if you want anything else like this, or if you don't like it, thumbs me down. And I won't do any more hair tutorials. That's about it. If you have any questions, hair questions, or anything like that, I'd be happy to answer them in the comments, or a personal message. You can find me on Facebook. The link is in the About section, and my Instagram link is in the About section. So if you want to do more of a personal message to me, you can do that too. But that's about it. Okay, I'll see you guys next video Tuesday. Bye.